Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be ranking all of the Ninjago seasons from worst to best. Uh, some of the decisions in this list I regret, and I do mention them when I come across them. But generally, I think this is my personal opinion on why each season's good or bad. Now, this video does contain spoilers for season 15, so if you haven't watched that yet, just don't watch this video until you have. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it with the first season. Prime Empire, Season 12 of Ninjago. To be honest, this is probably one of the only seasons that I didn't like in any way. Like, Rinagami was an interesting villain, and the action was kind of good, but it was just boring, I think. I didn't feel like there was any risk. I just didn't feel like there was anything noteworthy about it, especially compared to some future seasons. So, Hands of Time, Season 7. This is the first season in this list that I enjoyed. I thought the Time Twins were interesting villains. I liked all the history things going on with, like, the first Benjitsu Masters and stuff. Or first Elemental Masters, I mean. I quite liked some Crux, but were also good villains. It was cool to find out more about Kai and Nia's parents. Overall, a good season. So I honestly wasn't sure if or not I wanted to put Season 7 or the pilot here, but this is just the order that it went. So the pilot was a good season, or good 2 episodes. It was a good way to introduce us to all the characters, introduce us to some of the lore. Overall, good season. I just wish that it had a bit more to do with the ninja getting their elemental weapons rather than just the short montage, but it's only a small nitpick. So season 1's start was good. It got straight into the action with Lloyd and the Serpentine. But to be honest, my favourite part about it was the stuff with Great Devourer towards the end, rather than bringing all the tribes together. Don't get me wrong, that was still good, but my favourite part wasn't until the end, which was like 4 or 5 episodes. So still better than some other seasons. So season 11, I liked the fire chapter. It wasn't too bad, but the ice chapter was quite good. Um, it was cool to see Lloyd and Akita. I believe that was her name. It was cool just to see all the designs and stuff. It's not one of my favourites, to be honest, and I kind of wish that I reordered this so it was a bit lower in the list, but oh well. A lot of people didn't like Day of the Departed, but I honestly enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad, especially looking back on it, and especially compared to some other seasons. The ninja suits looked good, the return of villains was good, the character continuation with Moro was good. Honestly, kind of nice. I don't have many complaints with it. This is starting to get into the good territory now, rather than okay. Season 14 wasn't a bad season. It was kind of short. I think it would have been better as a season 13.5, or just extend season 15. But it is what it is. I like what they've got in it. I just wish that it was a little bit longer and had a bit more development for each of the characters. So season 10 kind of suffers with the same issue as season 14, where it just wasn't long enough. It was good to see what happened. I just wish there was more development with the Oni and stuff. It felt like there was some good action as well with the temple raid, but honestly, the best part was Jay and Nia's relationship developing, and then I don't have to rely on all that fanfiction I've been writing. That's just the way it is. Season 3, rebooted, was quite nice. Uh, Honestly, the first couple of episodes were my favourite parts. Um, None of it was bad, to be honest, but my favourite parts were the start with the introduction of the Nindroids. They had very nice designs. It was interesting to see them with half masks for the first time, and it was cool to see the Overlord back, and Zane's sacrifice was also quite emotional. Season 6, the Skybound season, was pretty good. It was kind of cool to see all the characters being taken away and leaving it to be mainly J-focused season. I kind of wish that the others were in it more, because I really liked their suit designs, but it was also cool to see the ninja have to fight independently, and I can't really complain with it that much. Season 2 is one of my most loved and hated seasons. I hate the first part where it's all just filler, it's kind of bad, there isn't much going on. But all of the Dark Island stuff, basically since the Stone Warriors get involved, is just amazing. I liked everything to do with it, especially with the Golden Ninja and the Overlord fight. The blade designs are also quite nice, I just thought I'd throw that in there. And overall, good season for the second half. First part is shit. So moving on to some great seasons now, we have Master of the Mountain. Rest in peace, Kirby Morrow. This was an amazing season. I liked Cole's development. This was the first Cole prioritized season, not including Day of the Departed. It was nice to see him face his own challenges and learn more about his past. Generally, a great season. Sons of Garmadon is another really good season. I was going to move this up a tier, but I just don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I love the new suit designs. I still don't really want to get involved with the character look designs, like in their faces, but the suits were nice. I liked all the fighting, I liked the story and the impact on Lloyd's father being brought back, Garmadon. And this scene right now is my favourite fight scene, that and the present fight scene. Season 4 was another great season. It was kind of cool to see Klaus and Chen being a very interesting and standout villain for Ninjago. To be honest, Kai and Scarla were probably my favourite parts, although the tournament itself was probably my favourite part to see, which is weird because I normally don't like filler, but in this case I think it works well, and I loved it. I loved seeing all the challenges, my favourite episode being Ninja War. So season 5 was another amazing season. I couldn't really decide what place I wanted to put these next 3 seasons, but it was just a great season in general. I feel like everyone had their own story going on. Uh, like they all had their own different things, with Cole becoming a ghost, Nia becoming a water ninja, Lloyd and Kai, like the possession and the brother dynamic. I honestly can't really fault this season in any way at all. Season 900 was another interesting season. My favourite story going on being with Lloyd and Nia, however, seeing Wu and the others was also very interesting to see. It's interesting to learn about all the other different realms and stuff, although I feel like being on the run in Ninjago City was kind of an interesting plot, and I wish they explored it more. However, Garmadon, Wu, and Lloyd fighting at the end was another good part, standout part. So yeah, that's why I'm putting it as high up. So season 15 was an amazing season. I don't really know how I want to feel about it, because obviously it's the newest one. I don't know if it's just because it's something so new and so unexplored that I'm enjoying it so much, but I definitely like what I see. It's cool to see Kai and Nia's parents back. It's cool to see a bit more to do with Ninjago's life with the Atlantean players. I can't remember what it's called. It was cool to see more about the ninjas' powers and seeing one of them have them broken in some way rather than just completely taken away. I just wish that they explored that more, with the fact that their powers didn't work, because obviously it happens for the first 2 episodes where Nia's powers are just not working properly, but then they just happen to work the minute that they go in water, which kind of makes sense, but I wish that it happened a bit more throughout the season. And then, of course, Nia's death, at the end, or not quite death, whatever you want to call it, was just so emotional, I was sat in my room crying for only 30 minutes, because I'm a big brave boy, but still, it was a good thing to see that they were willing to explore that area. Good season. So that's the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to, you know, that kind of stuff. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and